morning, everybody. It is Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Dave.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. And we got, Heather is feeling a little bit better. We got a text message from her this morning.
She said?
Yeah, she's feeling a little bit better, but we are thrilled that you're joining us here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be back to fill in.
Selena Pompiani. Yeah, and you know, we always like to keep you up to date on the National Appreciation Days. I don't know who comes up with these.
Who does come up with them? We need to get to the bottom of this.
We need an investigative crew on this right now. But you know, sometimes there's National Ice Cream Day, National Red Wine Day. Today is something different.
It's National Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Which
I don't know who came up with it, but I like it because I'm a fan of squirrels.
Selena's taking a stand on this. She's a fan of squirrels.
I am. But we're supposed to remember that this is a really tough time of the year for them. It's cold out, the ground is freezing, the food is scarce.
Right.
So it's tough for...
well, yeah, it's tough to be a squirrel.
It is tough
right
to be
now,
a squirrel.
apparently. Yeah.
But they can do amazing things, David.
Yes, tell us. What can they do?
Many amazing. Oh, look at this. Look at this squirrel. So they can leap across a space 10 times the length of their body. But this is actually from the Instagram account of Squirrels of Pitt. And they Instagram so many different photos of squirrels doing different activities. And it looks like this one. Well, this squirrel just looks cute.
Right. The first squirrel clearly found a French fry in the trash.
He found a French fry.
This one is either posing to be cute or he's staring us down. And Marie, our floor director right now, is doing her best squirrel. We need a camera on Marie.
I don't know. But I think that's a great idea. And I didn't know about this account. I will certainly be
check it
following
out
them.
on Instagram.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about squirrels because squirrels, we have been at war for several years now with a squirrel at our house. I think it's the same squirrel. And remember, this is why it keeps digging in the flower pots in the summertime. And this is why I got Franklin, the mechanical owl. And Franklin seems to be doing his job, by the way. The squirrel stayed away. But I don't know. Anyhow.
So it was the squirrel. I was thinking it was a woodpecker. It's the squirrel that is causing you these issues.
Well, we thought it maybe. We're not sure. We need a camera, a security camera, to watch and find out. But anyway, from squirrels to dogs, we want to show you something that has gone viral that's pretty special. So this is a dog that helps kids cross the street. This is actually a stray dog in the former Soviet Republic of Georgia, and it was filmed after helping groups of children. Look, it barks at the cars for them to stop, and then it walks across the street with the kids and doesn't leave them until they're across the street.
He has great manners.
Yeah, this is a stray dog, and look at it wagging its tail there. But yeah,
cute.
and he does it over and over. He barks at the cars, and then... So anyway, this, as you would expect, has become popular on the internet.
Yes, he has gone viral. Well, maybe somebody will snatch him up now.
Let's hope so.
After all of the video views, you never know. That's why
hopefully.
social media can be such a good thing.
It can be a very good thing.
Good and bad.
Something else, social media lets you know about new things. And Ben & Jerry's it's so cold outside. Do we even talk about ice cream right now?
Yes, I just had some last week.
Did you?
And over the weekend.
All right. Well, Selena says go for it.
I like this.
So they're out with this new flavor. It's Netflix and chillin', because people might be staying inside watching TV this time of year. But listen to I went searching for this last night, Selena, because I wanted us to have
Is it
samples.
sold out?
I could not find it. I went 2 places and I could not find it.
We're going to find some.
Yeah, all right.
We'll be on the lookout today.
But listen to this. The description is peanut butter, salty pretzel swirls, and fudge brownie chunks. How can you go wrong with that?
Do you have to watch Netflix in order to eat it?
No, you can eat it while watching KDKA.
Yeah.
Yes. I have it on authority from the Ben & Jerry's
They can have
people.
it right now at 9 a.m.
You could.
It would be a good breakfast,
If you could
I think.
We should. All right, we're going to continue our search. We're going to continue our search. All right. Did you hear about the woman in Florida who allegedly really lost her cool over dipping sauce at McDonald's?
Now, what kind of dipping sauce?
Well, here's the thing. So the woman goes to the McDonald's drive-thru on New Year's Day, places a very large order, and tells the employees she wants one of every type of the dipping sauce. And then when she was told she had to pay 25 cents for dipping sauce, that's when she loses it. She became enraged. She said, "I will get this sauce by whatever means necessary," was the quote the police gave out that she had said. And so the employees wondered if she was like robbing the place. They were concerned at this point. There was such a disruption. She calls the police, or they call the police. The woman gets arrested for disorderly conduct. But yeah. all over dipping sauce.
People love their dipping sauces.
What is your favorite dipping sauce?
I have many. I love dipping sauce. I would say, well, I love ketchup. I always am a big fan of ketchup on many different things. Ranch dressing, always on everything. And then I also really love the McDonald's sweet and sour sauce and the Chick-fil-A, what is their, it's their, I don't know
Is
what
it
it's
honey
called.
mustard?
I do like honey mustard. No, they're known for it. It has a specific name. I'll have to look it up. And then I
do
also
some
love
research.
the Sheetz Boom Boom sauce. Ooh.
You know your sauces. And
I love
Marie's
the
shaking her head
sauces.
on the Boom Boom sauce. I've never
What about
had
you?
Boom Boom sauce.
I'll bring you some.
Okay, I
You'll
like
love
honey
it.
mustard, and I'm not a real fan of barbecue, but I like sweet and sour too.
I like, sweet and
Yeah.
sour. I like
And
it all
ranch
pretty much.
dressing on anything.
know.
Like, yeah.
I love it. French fries,
French-
pizza, ice
Pizza?
cream. Just kidding. Oh yeah, pizza. You know it.
Wow. All right, well, we all know if you eat well and you exercise, you may live longer. But what about going to the museum? This is a very interesting study. A study in England found the more often you go to the theater or the museum or the art gallery, the longer you will live. People who engaged in the arts more often, every few months or more, had a 31% lower risk of dying early. And they looked at a bunch of people, thousands. They're not really sure the reason of this. It could just be that people who partake in the arts already have other good habits, or it could be, and I thought this was interesting, that engaging in the arts can act as a buffer against stress. You build creativity that allows people to find ways to deal with changing circumstances in their life.
And we are blessed. We have so many great museums
sure
right
do.
here in Pittsburgh. Do you go often?
You know, when we went last year, we went to the Carnegie in Oakland. So we saw the dinosaurs and the art, and it was fascinating. And it's one of those things that you think, it's right here in our city, and why don't we come here more often?
I know, and I've been to all of them, I think, at least in the city, but you
Right.
never go. It's
Yeah.
been years, and I remember even as a kid in high school going on field trips in
the field
college,
trips.
and then you kind of forget about it.
Yeah, but it's worth going back to, and you will live longer.
Yes, you will
Yeah.
live longer.
So-
That's pretty cool.
All right. Next up, we want to tell you about something that came out of the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. They have all the newest gadgets there, and so something that was kind of a surprise was it's something to help you in a situation that all of us have probably been in at one time or another.
Yes, a sticky situation when you're in the bathroom and you realize, I don't have any toilet paper. There's no toilet paper left.
No, it could happen. So Procter & Gamble, that's the company that makes Charmin, unveiled the Rollbot. It is a little robot that you can summon from your smartphone, and it comes up with a roll of toilet paper. So CNET did a demonstration, and we want to show it to you.
Yeah, here it comes.
Okay.
Help me, Robot Kenobi. My only hope.
All right.
There it
This
is.
is how technology is saving us.
Man, now I don't have to train my
When-
dogs.
One toilet bear at a time. Thank you.
That is cute, and it does. It reminds me of a little bear. It looks
Yeah, it looks like a little bear. It apparently can balance itself, kind of like a Segway, but you summon it with your phone, and there it comes. The future brought to you today.
Future. We need that along with what you installed over the weekend at your house
Oh,
in the toilet.
The toilet seat with the light. When you walk
Yeah.
in, the light comes on.
That's
Yeah,
all you need.
We like that.
It's
That's a good one.
perfect. Well, David, I am really excited about news that we just heard about a restaurant.
Yeah,
a
this
big
is.
restaurant.
You like this restaurant, don't you?
Gaucho.
Gaucho in the Strip District. Everybody
love it.
likes this restaurant. There's a line out the door when I drive past.
Every time I try to go, you can't get in.
So they are moving. They're moving to a bigger space, and this is the bigger space. They're moving to the old 6 Penn space on Penn Avenue downtown.
It's right by us. We
It
can
is
walk.
right by us, Selena. We could walk to this. Yeah.
I'm
so-
excited to see a great restaurant go into that space, though. It's been vacant for a while.
And it's a wonderful space, and they have a rooftop space too.
Oh, yeah.
And Gaucho clearly they have sort of tight quarters. It's often crowded in the Strip, so that's probably going to be a very good move.
Very good move. Every day for lunch.
Okay,
Let's do
you
it.
heard it every day. All right, Jason Momoa watch continues on PTL. We need special music for this, don't you think?
No,
Jason
he
Momoa.
needs his own animation.
Right, ba 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 ba. But anyway, we want to let you know he was spotted at Children's Hospital. He stopped by to see kids. He even arm wrestled a patient named Joshua. He promised to have Joshua on the set of Aquaman if Joshua won. So listen to this as it happens.
If you win, the coming. If I win, you're still coming. Ready? Go.
You did it.
And Joshua did it. Look, that's fantastic. So it's great to see him doing things like that while he's in Pittsburgh, because of course he is filming the Netflix movie Sweet Girl. And crews actually started back up last night, overnight, filming downtown. So this is up by Ross Street, Diamond, and Grant Street, as well as Forbes and 4th Avenues were shut down as they were filming overnight. And our invitation stands, Jason. If you are seeing this program, you have an open invitation to stop by PTL anytime. We would love to chat with you, talk to you about Pittsburgh, talk to you about the things that you're doing here, the things that you're seeing, and we're just excited you're in town. So
I really believe it's going to happen.
You think?
I really do. I really think one morning while he's enjoying his cup of coffee, he's going to be watching us, and he will hear this invitation. I know it.
We'll make Jason mimosas for you again, like we did that one day.
Those looked good. I want one next
They
time.
were good. We will hook you up, Selena.